So these are the topics that we would be covering in this chapter for your 10th class.
Okay.
Median and mode, same thing. Then
Yeah.
a kind of graphical representation that is also known as OG or OJ, or like
Okay.
whichever way one is comfortable pronouncing it.
Mm.
So where in our day-to-day life do we use statistics and inputs from your side?
Yeah. So I want to find out how well the company is doing.
Okay. Mm.
Or, and then we use it to we use it in sports to see how well a player is doing
Okay. By how?
by say for a footballer how many goals he scored in a certain amount of games. So,
Okay. So that's
and yeah,
simple. That's simple addition. So why do we need statistics in that? He scored 10 goals. Okay.
on uh, on goals per match. Like
Okay. Goals per match. Okay. Average number of goals
yeah,
he's scoring per match.
yeah.
That's okay. That's very nice. Anything
Mm,
else in
mm,
your life? In your, not in your
Uh,
entertainment life, but in your life.
yeah, yeah. Um, mm,
That's okay if
uh,
you don't.
yeah, then the grading process.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
So grading.
how well you performed and
Yes.
compared to others. And
Yes.
yeah,
We take
mm,
percentage, right?
yeah,
So before multiplying it by 100, that is basically the average, right?
yeah,
So yes, that is one application. So wherever we have a large connection of data,
yeah.
numbers are involved. So there we can use statistics at our rescue.
Okay.
Uh, Suppose in the supermarket, uh,
Yeah.
suppose one kind of this commodity is selling more, so then they can
Mm,
have suppose orange juice is more, opted in instead of grapes. Okay, so then
yeah.
what they can think of is putting more orange juice bottles, right?
Mm,
Simple, as
yeah.
simple as that. And
Mm,
one more thing they can do, there's a lot of areas that it's applicable, but few examples I'm giving.
mm,
Suppose
yeah.
we have this air conditioning, right? Air conditioning in the
Yeah.
malls. So suppose the footfall is highest between 7 to 10 p.m. Okay, so
Okay. Okay.
there we can use more power, more conditioning, air conditioning there. And at
Yeah.
other times what they can do is they can reduce that, so that can save a lot of bills, right?
Yeah.
Like in metros also, they plan according to the number of passengers in that span of particular span of time of the day.
Okay.
So, and elevators also, if you see, a lot of, in the nights it's generally switched off,
Mm,
elevator.
yeah.
So that's like few areas they use statistics, they use like data, and then they use these things. Okay, again the same thing. So whichever fruit is being sold more, and like that. And
Mm,
demographics, human demographics.
mm,
So
yeah.
can you give an example of where this can be applied?
Population density.
Density, very good, very good. So
Then
population
yeah.
density. So like
Mm,
wherever there's dense population, we can have we can have more facilities provided by the government, right?
mm,
So if
yeah.
in an area, if 1,000 people are living, and in an area there are 10,000 people living, So we can have
Yeah.
more facilities. We'll make hospital, school nearby to the more dense
Hmm.
region,
Okay.
right? So these
Yeah.
are a few examples of how statistics is being applied. And of course, in case of like the present scenario, if we have, and we have the security checkups, right? So
Yeah.
we can allocate more police force in case of peak timing, peak hours, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
So likewise, we can have a lot of applications, and there are like lot many. Your YouTube, Netflix, all these are based on lot of data and statistics. So they use a
Yeah.
lot of, and at present, data science is one of the topmost you know, top like lucrative, you can say, carriers being
Yeah. Okay.
growing. They're growing like anything.
Mm.
So this is very helpful. Big data, data science. So these are few areas. Okay, fine. So these are few applications that I thought of sharing with you. So now we'll. Is it okay? Like you got the overview of where
Yeah.
do we use this?
Mm.
And statistics and probability are coexisting. Like they are
Okay.
like parallel paths. So statistics and probability,
Mm.
like after completing, or when we do probability, I will give one to you know um, more insights about this. But these are
Okay.
taken together. If you see the index also, they are taken together. In the syllabus also, they are taken together. So these
Mm.
are like nearly collective topics. Okay, so now we have statistics. So three things. One is mean, median, and mode. These are
Mm.
these three are called central tendency. So we have a data, but
Mm.
suppose here the example is given. If you want to find out which company, which out of the two companies, factories, pays more wage to its workers, so how do you find that? So you need to collect the data of the wage of workers, and then you need to find the average per worker, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can have a collection of data, we can collect data, but we need to modify it and present in a way that we can decipher some you know something out of that, and make our
Okay.
comparison easy, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
If a company is there, we have thousand, it has 1,000 employees, and it pays, suppose, 1,000 rupees per day to each of worker, supposedly. So that is 10 lakhs. Okay,
Yeah.
and if there are 10,000 worker and it pays, suppose, 100, then also it is 1 lakh, 10 lakh,
Mm.
10 lakhs,
Yeah.
1 lakh. I'm wrong here, 1 0 extra, 10 lakhs. So but which company pays more to the workers? The total amount is 10 lakhs only by
Second
each of them.
one.
So which one? First one, right?
Second. Yeah.
First one pays more, isn't it?
No, the second one too.
Oh, okay. This is workers. This is wage.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
I could have written. Okay.
Then,
This is obviously total is equal,
yeah.
but by the per workers wage we can calculate, understand the, like, which is paying
Mm.
the
Okay.
workers better, right? So we need to have some you know uh,
Mm.
something to represent that data, and to represent the data we have
Okay.
central tendency. And central tendency is, we can say, it's an average or a central value representative of the whole data. And we have
Okay.
three methods or ways or representations. Am I audible and enough?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fine. Now, mean is, of course, you have studied what is mean is
Mean is
average.
average.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it mean simply means average.
yeah.
In this, we'll be studying three methods. One is
Mm,
your simple direct mean, direct
mm,
method. Second is assumed mean. Third
mm,
is step deviation.
okay.
And these are in increasing order of their simplicity. Uh, yeah, we can say
Okay.
it makes calculations a lot easier.
Okay. Mm.
So we'll start with the first one. Any doubts till now? Hopefully not.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Mm,
So direct method, direct method,
mm,
sigma fi xi by sigma fi.
okay.
Okay. You know what is group data and what is ungrouped data?
Mm, uh, not really.
Okay. So it is what it means. Suppose we have 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Okay. And
Yeah.
then corresponding to it, these are we can say rows of your class. First row, second row, fifth row, seventh,
Okay.
eighth row, and then number of students
Yeah.
per row.
Mm,
Now you can have like this also. 1 to fifth row, we have how many number of students.
mm. Oh, yeah, yeah, I got. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now I
So this is basically
yeah, I got.
having a compartmentalization of the
Mm,
students
yeah,
of the data.
got it.
So this
Mm,
second one is group data. First is ungrouped. It is just the values, individual values,
yeah,
and second is just grouping it and making categories.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so now you know this one. What is f? This f is frequency.
Frequency, yeah.
Is the number of time it gets repeated. Any
Yeah,
value, any value.
excellent.
And suppose in 50 to 80 marks, out of 100, 50 to 80 marks, 10 students are getting. 80 to 90,
Mm,
20 students are getting. So 20, 10, this is frequency, the number of students getting.
mm,
And x
yeah,
is the value, individual marks, individual weight,
mm,
individual heights. That is the
okay.
x. And average of this is represented by x bar. So in each of the case, mean the symbol is going to be x bar itself, because that's what we are finding out,
Yeah,
that is mean. And this
oh,
formula will vary, as we will see shortly.
okay.
So let's do one question.
Mm,
Just read the example one.
find the mean of the following data. Class interval 0 to 10, frequency 8, 10 to 25, 30 to 30, 10, 30 to 40, 11, 40 to 15, 9. Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
So the class interval is given 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and 30 to
Mm,
40, 40
yeah.
to 50. And the number
Mm,
of whatever it is 8, 12, 10, 11, and 9.
mm,
Now,
mm,
First we write is class interval. Class interval. So the interval is the span given to us. So first is
Mm.
0 to 10, 10 to 20,
Okay.
20 to 30, 30 to 40.
Yeah.
And now we find, now we cannot multiply like which, suppose we have 0 to 10, we had 10 students, but what is the value
Mm.
1, how many students are getting 1, 2, 3, which marks which student is getting, we are not, we don't know that, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
0 to 10 we know. So some student might, like 8 student would have got 3 marks and 2 student would have got 4 for each, and
Mm.
otherwise 5 students would have got 10, this 5 marks, all the 10 students might be getting. So we are not confirmed here, right?
Okay.
So what we do is we take the average of this, and that is the class mark. We just represent a central value. So what we do is
Yeah.
the low upper value,
Okay. Okay.
upper value, lower value divided by 2. So 0
Mm.
plus 10 by 5, 10 by 2 is 5. This would be
15,
15.
25, 35, 45.
Now we have frequency. What we are doing, fi xi by
Okay.
this.
Sigma. Yeah.
This we are trying to find out. So
Mm.
we will be finding the frequency times the xi value, and then the, of course, this sum of frequencies will add up here,
Mm.
and then we'll divide. So
Okay.
let us find out this.
Yeah. 8.
This would be 8.
Mm. 12 and 11.
Okay,
Yeah.
everything going smooth till now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now fi xi, just multiplying this. So let me be
Mm.
clear with this. We're multiplying xi with fi. I this
Yeah.
this represents I.
No.
Okay, that's good. I asked. Fi is simply, it would be represented by like I is equal to 0 to n fi xi. So it just represent that they have written f1 x1 f2 x2, these numbers together in a concise form, just a form of writing it.
Oh.
So instead of what is happening here, we have this different values 1, 2, 3, and we have the product, two things.
Yeah.
One is each of the fi f1 f x1 f2 x2 is multiplied by, and we have a summation, right? And all these values
Yeah.
are, so this summation is for this all plus signs,
Okay.
and this uh, I is equal to 1 to n, that represents this different values that would be
Okay.
individually written and counted.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so in essence it is just inserting 1, 2, 3, 4 values, whatever
Hmm.
is given
Okay.
to us below the summation or sigma sign.
Okay.
So what is fi times xi?
40.
Okay.
Then 180.
Hmm.
250. 385.
Good.
Uh, 405.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now if we add this, try to add, what are the values? So this is
We get
0.
10, 0,
Hmm.
1,
Hmm.
4, 12, 13, 18, 26, 20, so 6,
26,
2 goes up.
2,
Yeah. 3, 5, 8, 12, 1 to 60.
Okay, what's this summation? Fi.
20, 40, 41, 50.
Okay, so I hope this was already given up here. No,
Yeah,
no, this is different thing. This is different thing. This is not related here. Okay,
okay.
it's not. Suppose we could have 50 to 60 also, then it's not, no, not applicable.
Yeah,
That is different thing. So we found out the summation of this Fixi and sigma of Fi, and this is what our mean value is. So just put in the values. So what is the value? 2, 5, 2.
yeah, 25 points.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
So this is our solution, and this is the direct method.
yeah,
Is it okay?
yeah.
Just have a look in case you want to ask some.
Mm,
We take the class mark average. It's basically average upper plus lower by 2. Then we
yeah,
multiply it with the frequency corresponding to that class interval. We take the
mm,
sum, put in the formula,
mm.
we get the answer.
Yeah, I got it. Easy.
In case that is clear, so let's go to the second question. Just have a look.
Mm.
Just,
Example 2.
yeah.
Yeah. The arithmetic mean of the frequency distribution is 25. Determine the value of p. Okay. 0 to 10 is 5, 10 to 28. Okay. Mm. Mm.
So again, we'll do the same thing.
Uh,
Okay. So
yeah.
now how do we know we have to do the same thing? Class is given, class interval is given, frequency is given. Very simple. And we need to,
Mm.
we have been given the arithmetic mean. This is the simple arithmetic mean. And we need to find
Yeah.
the value of p. So we have this class interval frequency mean. So we'll use the simple direct formula.
Okay.
Class interval is 0 to
0
10.
to 10, 10 to 20. Yeah.
And the class mark
Class 1 plus 5,
5.
5, 15, 25, 35, 45.
Now in statistics, we need to be a bit more, you know,
Um,
aesthetically more clear in our brain, of course,
okay.
in our brain, but on paper also we should be,
Yeah,
more
yeah,
clear. Otherwise, one number and you are out of the game.
yeah, yeah.
So just be very careful with writing the values. We can be slow, but try to be as precise and correct as possible. Class mark
Yeah.
frequency.
5, 18,
Mhm.
15, 3,
Could you recognize why we are using this thing? Because it would get multiplied and we are giving the value, and when we insert in the formula, something would be left. Some in like this
yeah, yeah,
approximate one variable would be left, and simple straight linear equation would be there, and we would find that.
yeah.
Okay. Frequency Fixi.
Mm,
So what is sigma Fixi? F sigma Fi.
20,
Sigma fi
So
first.
first it
Hmm.
my file 23 44 plus P
44 plus p. What is this?
25 and 270
Okay.
then B 75 35 P 270.
Okay. What's this
So
one?
now we will get 0
Hmm.
uh, 0% value. Yeah.
Okay.
Then 24 discount
24 or
in the
29?
10 spin
24. Okay.
2, 4, 7, 9. So 9.
9, 12, 9. Okay. So this is our mean.
I think it's 940.
Okay.
Yeah.
940.
Yeah.
And this value is given to us 25.
Mm, yeah.
Now, if we solve this, we would get our answer
It's 44 plus P.
plus p. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Mm.
okay? Hmm.
Mm.
Further,
So 940 plus 35P is equal to 1100
1100
plus 25P, and then we can
is basically 10p
then
is
we get
equal to
to
160.
how 100. Yeah.
P is equal to 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hope you are clear with this thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just bit of lengthy calculations
Mm.
and
Yeah.
trivial calculations. You need to repeat things.
Mm. Mm.
So one more advance, just one more step ahead. We need to find two missing frequencies, and
Yeah.
this has been asked a lot of times in your board. So
Okay.
let's do a board question right now. Yes, let me take my line.
Mm.
We'll use the same method, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so first what we'll write?
Class interval.
Class interval. Yes.
Mm. So 10 to 30, 30 to 50,
10
60,
to
70,
30, 30 to 50,
50 to
70,
70, 70 to
50 to 70, 70
70.
to 90, 90 to 110, 130. Okay.
Yeah,
Class mark.
then last month, yeah. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Mm.
Fi is
F5 is F1, 20, F2, 2. 5
okay.
into X.
Hmm. Now, next is
Now we F5 into X.
Fi,
Yeah, and get 100.
100.
Here it will be 320, 60 F1, 1600, 100 F2, and 240. So,
Okay,
yeah, now
signify is
Sigma, Sigma size uh, 35
mhm,
plus F1 plus F2.
35 plus F1 plus F2. Okay, and this one,
And this one is 0,
hmm,
um, 2, 0,
okay, you can have
yeah.
this.
So, so 2260 plus CFI plus 100.
Okay, now we have one problem here. What's the problem? We
Um,
have, if we just use the formula, we have 2260 plus 60 F1 plus 100 F2 by 35 plus F1 plus F2 is equal to what is given 65 point.
65 points.
Okay. But here we have a issue. This is linear equation, first thing, and
Mm,
a single linear equation. So we can't,
okay,
using only this equation, we can't find F1, F2 both. So we need another linear equation, or in other terms, another some other hint. So
okay,
one thing is given is what was given. The total is 50. That is given.
yeah.
So this is basically,
Oh, okay. So F5 plus F2 is 15.
so F1 plus F2 is 15,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
F2 is basically 15 minus F1.
minus
Hmm?
F1.
Now we
Yeah,
can use this directly. We can write as 50. So one
50.
major worry gone out of the way.
And
And here,
2 to
in any of the place
0.
required, we can use
Yeah,
this. Yes.
2 to 60 plus 60 into F5 plus 100 into 115 minus F1 is equal to 65.6. Yeah. And then we get 2260 plus 60 F5 uh, plus 1500 minus 100 F5 is
This
equal
is
to 656.
3. 280. Is it?
328.0.
And one is
No, no. Yeah,
one 150. So just remove that.
yeah.
So 328. That is okay? No, 10. One extra zero. Is it okay now? This cancelled by this one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, then, 2,260 plus 1,500
Mm,
plus 60 FI minus 100 FI
mm.
is
So
equal to
what I do is
3,280
I write like this.
minus
This is
2,260 minus.
3760. Is it
Okay.
okay?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And now
So
this
minus 40 FI F1
this is
is equal to
this is 60, 80, 80 and 480. Is it okay?
yeah. Yeah.
So
So
minus
minus 40 F1 is equal to 480. So F1 is equal to 480 by 40 minus 480 by minus 40, which is 1, which is 12. Yeah.
what is
F1 is 12, so then F2 will be 3. 3 minus 12, which is 3.
is it okay?
Yeah. Mm.
Good. Second, two more methods. We'll solve one probably one question each.
Mm.
Another is assumed mean. Assumed mean.
Okay.
What this does is, as you will see, is it reduces our calculation and makes calculations specifically only calculations easier. So we would have a lot less scale to multiply. So let me show you how
Okay.
that works. And the formula is this.
Okay.
It is just similar. This is basically n represents sigma fi only. Okay,
What is that bar on X for?
that is just a symbolic representation for
Okay.
for representing mean. Because we have different values of x, right? X 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
So this
Mm.
separate symbol for mean specifically, and this is a standard all throughout mathematics. So wherever this x bar
Okay.
is there, you can be assured that this is mean of something.
Yeah.
Now this n is actually the sum of all the frequencies, and
Mm.
you will use as it's given in the question, and it's like the same exact same thing. A
Yeah.
is the assumed mean. I will
Mm.
show you what it is. And this formula is the same that we have just studied, right?
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so I will just dive into the question right away so that.
Mm.
Okay, first you can go to the example 4.
Um, Data regarding the weights of students of class 10 was poor given below. Yeah. Compute the mean weight of the student. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, understood.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So I'll just first show you what they're doing is the class interval, frequency, class mark. Okay. This is the same. Okay.
yeah.
Now what they do is they take the middle value of this, whatever values
Oh,
we are given, and we assumed any one of, you can assume even 51 also as assumed mean, or 63
oh,
also, but to make things symmetric, it is already, it is
yeah.
the, it's like the concern was to simplify things, and for simplification we are using this to make calculations less tedious. So if you
Okay.
have this a assumed mean any one of these class marks, but take any central value that suits you.
Mm,
So a is taken as
okay.
57 here. Now what to do is just
Yeah.
subtract from each of these class marks. So xi, whatever the class mark value is, just subtract this assumed mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we
Mm,
subtract 51 minus 57 is minus 6, 53 minus
yeah.
54 is minus 4, 55
55.
minus
Yeah.
57 is minus 2,
Yeah.
0. Okay, then
Mm,
plus 2,
yeah.
plus 4, and plus 6. Okay,
Yeah.
and this is named as deviation. And if you can
Okay.
understand it, in
Oh,
case
deviation from
it
the
is,
mean.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It is deviating this much value from the value that we have
Assumed.
assumed. Yes, that we have
Yeah.
assumed.
Okay.
Now
Mm,
we multiply this with the frequency.
okay.
And now the same thing. Now if you see, okay, just let me complete first.
Mm,
A plus sigma fi di by sigma fi. Okay. So shall we do it? I think it's clear from this table. We need not do it again. What do you say? Or shall we?
yeah. Uh,
Do you need?
quite clear. No, not really.
Okay. Now what is the we can find this? What would this sum be if you can just by observation if
Uh,
you see? Not,
0.
not, yes, they should be zero because we are calculating some values above that and some values below that. And somehow
Yeah.
it is the case for this particular question that this was an
Mm,
odd middle number. Okay. If it
okay.
was
Okay.
six, then third or fourth would have been our choice, isn't it? But
Mm,
this somehow is the odd central value, and that makes things
yeah.
a lot simpler for us. And the sum of this deviation di values is absolutely zero.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now sigma fi is
Okay.
150.
Yeah.
Hmm. This is not
Mm,
considered. This fidi would be, now let's find out. You can just tell me the fidi values you can do on your own. What is
Uh,
fidi?
so minus 108 into minus, sorry,
No, this.
minus 6 into 18.
Yes. So what is minus 6 to 18?
Minus 108. It's right next to that, so it's hard to avoid looking at the answer.
Okay. No, I have some other options too in case I may. Okay. Where is
Okay.
my?
Yeah.
Hmm. You can continue with the
Okay.
other questions.
Yeah. So 21 into minus 4, minus 84.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Minus 84.
Minus 84, then 19 into minus 2, minus 34.
Hmm.
28 into 0, 0. 16 into 2, 32. 35 into 4,
16 into 2.
140.
Okay. Hmm.
32. 140. 35 into 4.
Hmm.
15 into 6, 90.
Okay, so now we have a wonderful thing here. The value is going to be very small
Mm,
because some is negative and some is positive.
yeah,
Yes, so
yeah.
that is very, very
So,
convenient. Yeah, go ahead.
so, uh, mm, mm, we get
Okay, first the negative values.
uh,
What's this?
36. Yes, 36.
This is 36.
Because
Okay,
if you,
okay, that's great.
yeah,
Yes, it is 38.
so minus
36 is great.
34 and plus 32 will give minus 2, minus 84 and 90 will give 6, like that, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, that's 36 is right. So 36 divided by 150. What is A?
Page 57
Hmm. What is this value?
plus 36,
N.
5, uh, and 150,
Okay,
no, that's fine.
150, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so 36 divided by 150
Okay, we'll not
divided by
solve it.
50,
We'll
okay,
not solve it right now, and I'm just letting you the values. You can have the
yeah,
value. Okay.
okay. Mm.
So this is our solution. So the point was in this method, what we did is we took one mean, we assumed a mean, and then we found out the
Mm.
corresponding deviation from that class mark.
Yeah, okay.
Then we wrote these values. Then we found the product of the frequency and these individual deviation values. We had the
Yeah,
sum, we divided by the frequency value and added to the assumed mean.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Now,
Yeah.
did this simplify our solution? Procedure? What do you say? What do you
Uh,
consider? Or now, one
mm,
thing, consider one thing to be
okay.
impartial. This is the first time you're doing probably, so consider
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But overall,
Mm,
because negative values are involved and it is, a lot of value gets cut off,
mm.
chopped off sideways. So this is in fact a simpler method, just formula is
Okay.
different. So in fact, it is
Yeah.
a simpler method. Okay, now we'll go one step ahead, one step more towards simplifying this. We further
Okay.
take step deviation. So I'll just let you know.
Okay.
Exact same thing, assumed mean, and we will take
Mm.
something called UI and H. H is the class interval size. So I'll just solve the question. It will make
Yeah.
simple. So the difference of the upper minus lower values of the class interval is known as H. Uh,
Oh, okay. Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And now what we do is this each of the deviation that we got, we divided each value by 50. So we had
Yeah.
di as xi minus xa minus a.
Yeah.
Now if we divided by the h value, it
Mm.
becomes ui, just a name, ui,
Okay.
nothing sophisticated about it, but just a name. So
Mm.
di by h is basically ui.
Okay.
You're able to
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So a is the assumed mean, h is the interval size, ui
Mm.
is di by h. And
Yeah.
again, we do it.
Okay.
What we do is we find the sum of this FIUI divided by FI
Mm.
summation, multiply it by H, and then add to the step deviation method. This
Okay.
assumed mean. So let us calculate it. Just divide by H. That's the only difference.
Okay. Okay.
Fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the class interval. Nothing new about this. Frequency, mid value.
Yeah.
UI is, yeah. So tell me the UI of each of this value. First, 0 to 50. Tell me. Okay, let me make the
That
table.
was.
That would be better. Yeah. This last question
Mm,
for us for today.
yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
so
yeah.
first value is 0 to 50.
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Fi is
17, 25, 43, 48, 21, 24. Next side is 25, 75, 125, 175, 225, 275. VUI is equal
S.
to H is 50.
Okay.
Next side, the
Yes.
25
Tell,
minus,
tell E value. Which one you are taking?
assume we, uh, we'll take 125.
Okay. This is A.
Mm, So 25 minus 125, which is minus 100 by 50, which is minus 2.
Okay.
Then minus 1.
Hmm. That's intelligent.
Yeah, then 0,
Hmm.
1, then it will be 2, it will be 3, yeah.
We just have for the value of 3. 250 by 50. This 125.
Mm.
150 by 5.
Yeah,
Something wrong here.
yeah.
Okay, right.
No, yeah.
Now is FIUI.
Uh, no, so that will be minus 34, minus 35, 0, 40, 42, 72.
72.
Two, yeah.
Okay. So what is this value? Is it given somewhere?
Um,
No.
okay,
Calculate.
20, 0, 2, 3, 180.
Correct.
Yeah. Then, yeah, sigma side. This will be mm, 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 85.
85. So
Yeah.
9 is 31 by, okay, 85.
Yeah.
What is the formula?
Uh, what's the
A plus
formula?
F I U I. This is the same for
That
F I
sigma
X
by,
I and F I D I and F I U I. This is same for each of
okay,
this, right?
okay.
Now this is because this is a step
So,
deviation method. We divided by something here, so we are multiplying here.
yeah, okay,
Okay, and A remains same. If it was
yeah,
just the DI method, H would not be.
okay, yeah. So, 125 plus 50 into 85 by 180. So we can cancel, or we get uh, 5 into 85 by 18. 125 plus 5 into 85 by 18.
5 into
And
85 divided by 1, 23.6.
so 125 plus 23.6, which is 148.
Okay.
Mm, okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Any doubt in this?
No. Uh, after
Three methods, three formulas, more or less the same method solution.
okay. Mm,
You
yeah.
want to have a look in case? Just have a look.
Mm, yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
So these are the three methods for
okay.
finding the mean.
Okay.
Next,
Mm,
we would find this median and mode in the next class.
okay.
ठीक है. So
Mm,
okay. Yeah, few questions if you would solve, then you would be able to get this.
yeah.
But more or less, this was the
Mm,
enough,
yeah.
more than enough, in fact, for these three methods.
Okay.
So we'll start with the median from the next class. Is it okay?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll stop here.
Or okay.
Yeah,
I thought maybe we could do more questions of these ones because
I'm sorry.
uh, I thought maybe more mean questions we could do.
Okay, you want to be mean to me? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, let it be.
Yeah.
Thy
Mm,
shall be done. Okay, we'll solve a few
okay.
questions, four questions probably. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, of course we'll solve. You're saying,
Mm,
but this confidence would again come only from solving, because I may solve
yeah. That,
again a lot
yeah.
of questions, but still we'll solve few questions, three, four probably,
Okay.
five. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Bye, Pranay. Good night. Take care.
Yeah. Good night. Mm.